Hey, what's up, guys? This is SanchoWest, and yes, it's been a long time since I've uploaded on YouTube, but man, Naughty Dog is finally giving us some Last of Us Part 2 news, and I cannot wait to see what it's all about. And it all goes down on Tuesday in PlayStation State of Play. So I'm just making this video to give you my thoughts about the upcoming State of Play and to let you guys know I will be co-live streaming it on twitch.tv/SanchoWest at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So again, that's this Tuesday, September 24th, 2019 on twitch.tv/SanchoWest. You get my live reaction. Of course, I'll upload the live reaction here on YouTube. For those of you who don't have an Instagram or Twitter, things have been picking up recently regarding The Last of Us Part 2. First, Jeff Keighley kind of tweeted out that he has been invited to a media event on The Last of Us Part 2 that was supposed to be on September 24th. Now, PlayStation said they would have a State of Play on September 24th, and then Naughty Dog came right out and has been teasing September 24th, 2019 with a whole bunch of like props and things of that sort, like the hammer, Ellie's switchblade, and they did the necklace of Ellie's girlfriend. So all the bracelet that was given to her by the girlfriend that's in the trailer that we've seen previously. So all these things are being teased, and it's been kind of crazy. You know, Naughty Dog has been quiet for a long time, and all of a sudden they're ramping up. So it's very interesting to see. You know, there is a possible leak. I mean, it's expected to get a date in the State of Play, and they've already leaked it, but I'm not going to go into that here. This video is just to say hello to you guys again, and thank you guys for the support and where have I been, and then of course I'll do those predictions. So in terms of where I've been streaming on twitch.tv/SanchoWest. Been streaming Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific. That's where you'll find me. And the reason why I haven't done a lot of videos, just to be honest with you, this is the 4th time I've tried to record this video, and my house has been crazy chaotic. You know, I have a close to 2-year-old daughter, and it's kind of hard because where I am in the streaming area, it's you know, the loud noises and things like that. And so I've tried to record this 4 times, and finally I found some time to do this while she's napping. So it's just a lot harder for me to record things on YouTube, simply because if something happens or I'm needed right away, I have to drop everything, and the recording for me just goes kaplooey, because I like to record videos almost in one shot, not that much editing, things of that sort. So that's where I've been, and streaming is so much easier because I could just always excuse myself, mute the mic, go take care of that business if need be. But yeah, man, things have been very awesome on the Twitch side of things, and I cannot wait to continue the journey here on YouTube. I feel myself that YouTube feels like a strange place nowadays in regards to just uploading things like that. Part of me doesn't want to upload just stream highlights and everything like that, or clip compilations, even though I have been having a great time making clips on Instagram. So if you want to check that out, so that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been feeding my creative mind in those sorts of things. I mean, I would post in here, but a lot of them does have like music or movie clips that I think YouTube would kind of like immediately. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, and I've been waiting for the days for Last of Us Part 2 stuff to come around, because I think that's where my main base in terms of like my YouTube base is based on Naughty Dog, and that's kind of sort. So here we are. I mean, the State of Play is coming out on Tuesday, so very excited about that. I think usually the State of Plays, for those who don't know, it's like PlayStation's Nintendo Directs. They last about 20 minutes or so. I don't think the whole chunk of it will be about The Last of Us, but this is going to be a big part for The Last of Us Part 2, considering that PlayStation was not at an E3 and Naughty Dog didn't have their E3 moment. So I think we're going to expect something very like cool, or something groundbreaking from them. The history of Naughty Dog is they like to build on previous titles, and this one would be, I think, would be showcasing a wide, remember in the Uncharted Lost Legacy, they talk about wide linear gameplay. I think this will be a little bit more wide linear, and I think the State of Play will show us some sort of a camp that Ellie and Joel are staying, and it's just going to be exploring this area and explaining their new mechanics of wide linear, where you're Ellie or Joel and you're patrolling and you do various missions. So my prediction, I guess my hot take for this event would be that it's going to show this area, and it's going to be the part early on in the game. And I think with the Last of Us Part 2 is going to open up with, I've said this before, but it's going to open up with this camp, and you're going to be doing these side missions. They're going to be very mundane. It's going to kind of like lull you into sleep, let you think that everything's okay. But I think the big thing about it is that what ends up happening is on one of these missions, I think Joel, okay, I think Joel's gonna die. I honestly think that The Last of Us Part 2 will be more about Ellie and Joel's dead. The reason why I believe this is because The Last of Us Part 1 was all about Joel, and I think he still has to pay for the consequences he did to lie to Ellie. So whatever that ending between the two, I don't think Ellie and Joel are on the same page anymore. So what ends up happening is, here's what I believe what happens. So Ellie ends up being very, very upset at Joel because Joel essentially takes away this decision that she's always had to be this cure. She lives with this virus in her, and wherever she goes, bad stuff happens. Joel gets hurt, her mom, and all those kinds of things. The one that her friends, everything goes away because she has this virus, and she feels like it's her fault. And that's why she has this big cloud over her and this grief around this whole time, and she can't seem to be happy. They're in this camp, even though she should be, right? She's in this place where they have a roof over her head, clothes, and it's happy. They're not on the run anymore. But I think that she just can't let this go, that she has this guilt, regret following her. And I think Joel tells her, hey, just to let you know, the Fireflies weren't 100% sure that you were going to be the cure and that you would have died throughout the process. And so instead, she gets upset at Joel. She's like, how dare you probably take that away from me? I'd rather be dead than dealing with what I have now, that type of vibe. And so I think they have an argument. And again, this is all my hot take, right? Guess, predictions. I think they have an argument that makes Joel go do something that he usually has, and that Ellie has his back. And so that moment, Joel goes away on something and he ends up dying. And Ellie seeks revenge for that. So I think that's what's going to happen in The Last of Us Part 2. I think you will be playing as Joel for a little bit, and then you're dead. So you will feel that impact of losing that character. Again, all guesses, maybe educated guesses, I don't know. So that's what I think what's going to happen. Now, the second part that I want to get to, part of this video, is that a lot of people are speculating that The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer will have a beta. I'm not 100% sure about that. Last of Us tend to be much more close, tight, secretive compared to Uncharted. Uncharted is notorious for having betas and things of that sort. Would be cool for The Last of Us Part 2 to have a beta, because Naughty Dog's multiplayers need some time, to grow or get some shine. I like to say they need shine on their game, their multiplayer, because their multiplayer is award-winning. Just feel like it doesn't have enough shine, not a lot of growth, which is understandable. I talked to one of the devs back in the day about that. I was saying, what can Naughty Dog do or Sony do to give more shine to their multiplayer? And I suggested, can it be that instead of coming out at launch and getting lost in the single player sauce, that they could release later on, a couple months later, here's the multiplayer, and it'd be another wave of campaign or promotion. But they said, the best type of promotion that you would get for a game is its launch, because you have Sony behind it, you have all these commercials behind it, and all these kinds of things. So that kind of makes sense. But I would like to see that. I would like to have the opportunity to play The Last of Us Part 2 single player, enjoy the story, enjoy all the nooks and crannies of it, before having to grind out the multiplayer. Now, I'm the weirdo here, and I'm sure a lot of you fans out there of this channel would agree to that. That they love The Last of Us multiplayer. I mean, I booted up into The Last of Us multiplayer immediately for 2 weeks, and then I finally played the single player story over a weekend. So I'm gonna be the weirdo and try to get into the multiplayer and grind that out as soon as possible. Not only because I love grinding out new multiplayers, but at the same time, I would like to make content for The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. That's what my channel is built on mainly. That's the big chunk of it. That's where we got the growth. So again, all those speculations about the beta was simply because that going back to the media event at the very beginning of this video, the media event is supposed to be 3 hours. I think those 3 hours are going to mainly give the media time to explore all those that wide linear part that I was talking about, the camp and all those things, because I think this is going to be a very detailed, immersive story, and that's why part of the grit and the gore and all that stuff will be complemented by the environment and the details in the story. That's why you're noticing Naughty Dog showing all these props. They mean so much to the story, right? I'm telling you guys, Naughty Dog doesn't do things by accident. That's why they're showing you these props as part of the teasers. They're very, very important. And all that's going to come to light on September 24th. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm sure you guys are feeling this hype. Again, just to remind you, I will be live co-streaming the thing on twitch.tv/SanchoWest and at 1 p.m. on Tuesday, and then I will upload it as well. So that is the journey that I've been. If you guys thank you guys for being patient. I will find ways to do more of this. Like I said, this is literally the 4th or 5th time that I've tried to record this video now that the house is quiet. So I appreciate the love, I appreciate the support, and if you're watching me on Twitch and if you're part of the Fortnite community part as well, I want to take you guys from the Naughty Dog world, you guys in the Fortnite world, throw you guys together, and then we'll continue pushing together as more awesome games come out. Thank you for the love, and as always, oh yeah, peace. Adios guys, see you around.